Okay, so let's move to our screen. So the T code to write the program is SE38. Okay, so this is the fourth T code, no, sorry, third T code, or fourth we can say after SE93. So we have seen SE11 to create database artifact and SM30 to view TMG. And then we have seen SE93 for creating the transaction. Okay, and now we are going to create one program. So I have executed SE83, sorry, SE38. So how we can create a program? So SAP has already created like thousands of program, standard program, which we are using directly, indirectly, or our client is doing indirectly, indirectly in SAP system. But here in our case, like whenever we got any custom requirement from client, then we have to create a custom program. So if we have to create any custom program, it should start with Z or Y. So we will start with Z, and we can give name like for our program. Okay. Okay, so we can create a multiple type of program. So we will see like one by one, like how many types of program we have. So first we have to give here name, and then we have to click on create button. So yeah, so actually I have installed this fresh. So first time I'm opening this T code, that's why it is taking lots of time. But from next time it will be fast. So whenever we execute any new transaction first time in our screen, it is generating the or like debugging the program in the backend like standard program and generating the code for us. Okay, so in this program, like what we are going to write. So first we will see how we can print hello world. So hello world is a common like program which user are creating in every language. Okay, so we will see how we can print hello world in ABAP. Okay, it is taking long time. So in this screen we can see a different thing. We will discuss like these things later on, when as soon as we are going to use this. So as of now the source code is by default selected, so it will create program for source code. So here we have to give title for our program. So let's give first program, and again we have like logged in language, and also when we are creating, who is creating, and if change why, and what is the status, whether it is new or it is inactive, active. We can see this. Also we have to fill here type. So what type of program we are going to create. So you can see here we have different type of program. So already we have created one function group, and we have seen this function group we are using for our TMG. Okay, we can also create module pool program. So if we have to design any screen in ECC, we are creating module pool program. Okay, include program, again we will see what is include program. So if we have to segregate our logic in different program, and if we want to reuse that particular logics in multiple places, we can use this include program. But as of now, and likewise we have like interface pool, class pool, and type pool, these things. So we will start with executable program. So executable program is nothing but it may take input and output. Okay, and here like here we have to tell like whether it is SAP standard program. So no, it is not. So it is test program. So based on our condition we can select. So we will select test program over here. Here we can choose the application area, for which application area we are going to like write, for example sales or plant management, or so whatever things maintained here in the system we can see in drop down. So whatever functional area. So I'm giving this unknown application. Here we can give authorization group, so only authorized people can execute. So as of now I am leaving it. This logical database generally we are using in HR module. Okay, so this is not used other than HR, so I'm leaving it blank and also selection screen. So we can save this in our IDES folder. So I have chosen package and we can give our TR. So this package TR I have already explained in yesterday class. Like, so whenever we create any new object, we have to choose the package where we want to store that object and the TR, like transport request. So where we want to, like in which transport request we want to tag that particular object. So it will take some time because I'm creating first time, as I already said. So generally in any particular program we have four things. Okay, the first thing, let me go to the settings. Can you see? Okay, display lower. Okay, this is just setting I'm doing. I mean, it is one time setting. So I'm just changing it to new. Okay, so here like in for any program generally we have, in broadly we understand we have four things. Okay, the first is keyword. Okay, so let me open notepad so that we can. Okay, so first thing we have keyword. So keyword is nothing but it is defined by SAP. Okay, so it is predefined. So keywords are predefined which we will use in our program. The second thing will be variable. So we can use variables, okay, in our program. So variable is nothing but we can store a value or store any table, anything we can store inside the variable. So we'll be having variable. And the third thing, we will be having comments. Okay, so comments is nothing but generally it is providing to the end user help or developer help. For example, if I'm writing anything, any logic, I will mention some comments so anyone can like understand that, but why we have written that logic and all. So those comments are important. And then we have hard code value and constant, you can say constant or hard code value. Okay, so our program will create using these four things generally. Okay, so here you can see this report is a keyword. Ah, by mistake I double clicked it. Okay, so whenever we write any program, it should start with this report. Okay, then so if we do not write this report, this particular editor will not understand like what we are going to do here. So this is creating the program, and so we have created already this program, and here we have given the name. After this for example, if I have to print hello world, which we have seen, so whenever I try to type anything, and if it is a keyword, okay, I will get some suggestion. Okay, so SAP will give me some suggestion. You can see in the top, if I click on tab button while writing, it will take that suggestion from SAP. So again, it is helpful. Okay, if we have not remember anything. And here, like I have to print hello world, so I will write hello world. So whenever, so this is nothing but a hard code value or constant value. So whenever we have to write any hard code value, we have to give this single quote sign over here, and every statement should be ended with dot. So this small line is having three rule. The first rule is like we should provide the keyword so that our like program understand okay what this line is going to do. Then we have to provide the value or whatever we are doing. And the last thing like so terminator we can say this in ABAP language. So it is a dot. Okay, so like this dot will like so SAP ABAP compiler will understand with this dot like this statement has been ended. Okay, so till now any doubt, anything? I mean this is very small piece of code.
Uh,
Yeah.
Tell me why you have written this line on line number 11, why you are not written to line number 10, or there is any rule for it?
No, so there is no rule. We can write in a single line whole program, okay? Or we can write in 10 or 11, 12 anywhere. Or we can, so this is commented code. We can delete this code also. So whatever we will see with start with a star, okay, it will be a commented code. So we can delete this also. I mean, it is not required. We can write this, but to understanding purpose, we will have some gap so that anyone read our program, they can understand, okay. So, so for block purpose, you can say it is not required at like to give empty row anything. Okay. So just I have uh, visibility purpose I have written like that. That's all. So let me activate this. So without activating, as we have seen in our previous class also, we cannot do anything. So I have activated this. And if I have to execute this program, so we have this button. Or if we want to execute directly, we can use F8. So let's click here. And here you can see it is showing hello world. So this is the smallest program we can write with SAP ABAP. Okay. So any doubt in this program? Okay, so let's proceed ahead. For example, if I have to type anything, so we also one more thing. So ABAP is case insensitive. It means if we can write anything caps and small, like it does not make any difference. Okay, so I can write in capital letter also and in small letter also. Okay, so here if I have to print, for example, GAN factory. Okay, and if I like activate this and print this, so you can see hello world GAN factory. Even though I have written this statement in new line, in output it is not considering that. So if I have to print anything in new line, I have to given this slash. Okay, and if I execute this, you can see this is printed in new line. Okay, so this is very small thing. Now let's move ahead. So for example, I have two continuous write. Okay, and if I do not want to like write keyword multiple times for continuously, what I can do, I can use this symbol. Okay, this colon I can use, and instead of this I can put this comma. Okay, and now this write is not required. So either I can write in one line or other line, it does not make any difference. Okay, so now we can have with separate by comma multiple things. For example, I can write one more thing like single line, for example. Okay, and now I will try to activate this. It is activated, you can see here. And if I execute this, I can see these three things. So instead of writing like in multiple rows, okay, the same command, we can like write like this, or we can write like this also. Like it depends on our like our convenience. It will produce the same result only. Okay, so any doubt with this colon? So we will heavily use this colon. Okay, so whenever I have to write anything in multiple lines, I can use single colon and put comma between those two things, and at the end I will put this dot. Okay, and also comments. So if I put double slash, After this, whatever I will write, it will be a comment. So print the words, for example. So this will be a comment, okay? And if I activate this, ah, my bad. 1 minute. Please give me a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I am wrong. Actually, I'm messing with UI5. So yeah, instead of double quote, it is double like this colon, as not inverted comma. Sorry. So we can give any comment by using this inverted comma. And if we want to give from like start, for example, if I have to make like print the line, and if I make this, I can use control less than sign, or either, or I can put star in the front. So both are same. Okay. If I have to comment anything, or if I have to provide comment, so for example, I can put this here. So now if anyone read my program, they can understand like we are printing the line by using this statement. So likewise, we can make use of comment also. Okay. So let's activate this. And if I
So,
execute this, you can see here. Yeah.
so for commenting, the shortcut key is Control Star, right?
No, control less than.
Control less than. Okay.
Okay. And for uncomment, it is control greater than.
Okay. And you were saying something that in inverted comma, if we have to write, then
Yeah.
what
So
is this?
here we can also write line print. Any comment we can, if we have to give half comment, then we can use inverted comma. For example, this
So that is a deactive, means it will not print
executed.
in.
Yeah. It will not consider in like active part. Also, it will not print or
Okay.
do anything. So just for inform. So this is the help for developer. So
Okay.
when we have large program, we can use this comment here and here. Okay. So that anyone can understand our program. So any issue with this program? This is very simple.
So, Abhishek, that star asterisk sign is required when you click on that star, control less than.
No, so when we write anything and when we press control less than, it will put asterisk sign. Or what I can do, I can directly put the asterisk sign and then I can write anything. So it will be considered as comment.
Acha,
Both are
okay.
same. So I'm just, so for example, we have multiple lines. Okay. So instead of like putting comments in each and every line, what we can do, we can select all and then we can do control less than. So it will comment every lines,
Okay,
whatever we
got
have
it.
selected. Okay. So sometimes we have to comment our code also, which we do not want to execute or consider in that logic. So 100 of lines are there. So instead of putting star in everything, we can select those and we can use control less than, or for uncommenting control greater than. Okay. We can use control Z to reach the previous
Yes.
state. Okay. So it is active anyway.
And we don't have to close that inverted column.
No.
Inverted.
So it means from here, whatever we are going to write in this line, it will be
Okay.
considered as commented. So if I write anything in new line, again, it is out of this scope, you can say. So
And
this is half line comment. Generally, we are saying this.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. What if I end that inverted comma?
You can write anything here now. It will consider as a comment only.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
the
Understood.
first, after after first semicolon, it is
Okay.
considered as this. Okay.
Text. Okay.
So it is text only now, this inverted comma. Okay. Now, for example, if I have to do simple plus operation and print that, how can we do that? Okay. So for example, I have one variable. So we have to create variable, right? So variable here we can create using data keyword. Okay. And here we can write our variable name. So for example, input A, sorry, input A or input underscore A, anything we can give. And here we have to tell which type of data we are going to store. Okay. So for example, I want to store I type of data. So if I have to check my program whether it is correct or not, there is, before activating, we can make use of this button, check. So if you click this, so sorry, I have given this semicolon. So you can see here, it is checking my program. So I can check whenever I want the syntax check from here. Okay. And if I have to declare one more, for example, so let's make use of it first. So for example, in input A, I want to plus anything. So 10 plus 20. Okay. Now if I want to print this, so how can I print? I will, oh, actually I am working on UI5 continuously. So I have habit of that semicolon. Okay. So right. So we want to write A. Okay. Now again semicolon. Sorry, please ignore this. What is the issue? Sorry, let me check. A is unknown. Yes. So we can activate this and now we can check what it is printing. So it is printing the 30, right? And it is correct. Now I have to print like the output is, so let me comment this line because I do not want this, right? I do not want to delete this also. So what I can do, I can just comment this line. So first click here and do less than. Okay. Now I want to print like sum is something like this, and then comma, and before putting comma I make to use this. Okay. So let's see what will be the output. Sum is 30. Okay. Now for example, if I have to declare two variables, so always we have to declare variable before using it. So for example, if I move this line after this, what will happen? If I click on check button, so it will say like this. See, this is declared, but still it is giving error in this line because the compiler is following the top down approach. Okay. So this is very important. So ABAP is actually not a top down language, it is event driven, but as we are not using any event, we will see what all events we can use. So if we will not use any event, it will by default a top down approach. So whatever variable we have to use, we have to declare it first, and then only we can use. And if I print this before this, for example, okay, can anyone tell what will be the output? Any guess? Let's execute. So it is 0.
Blank.
So why it is 0? Because we have done this like letter of the print. So it means like it is running in sequence. So this is clear, right? So if I write initial value of is, so I can do this copy, and here, so initial value is Are you guys getting or not what I'm doing? And if I want to print in this new line, see, so it is giving like initial value is 30, sorry, 0 and sum is 30. Any doubt in this small program so that we can move ahead? This is very simple program. Vijit or Shashank, if you have.
Abhishek, the program that we are seeing, right, this is an initial first lesson. So you are showing us the right statement. Currently, are we the advanced right
See,
statement might be the classical approach, right? Do we have any advanced in the current ABAP code is written in this manner? Because this seems to be very
yeah, this
old
is,
kind of
see,
technology.
we are starting with the basics, okay? So
Okay.
we have to understand each and everything. So as of now we are not using classical report, but for example if you tag to a like old project where still people
Mm-hmm.
running EC6 and all, then maybe
Mm-hmm.
this is used widely and then you can understand that. Okay, so we are just understanding the programming. So don't go for write or anything, just we are understanding
Okay.
how our program executing and how output is coming, something like that. Okay, we will see each and everything, but slowly. If I told you like advanced thing in day one, then it will be very confusing. Or if I directly start with events, for example, then you will not understand how the execution flow is going. So our main motto is to understand the execution flow, like how the things are happening here. Okay.
Right. Right.
What is this
Just
input?
wanted to know.
What
No,
is
just
this
I was
input
just
underscore A?
So this we have declared using data. So this is a variable, we can say. Okay, and this type is nothing but it is a keyword, and this I is represent to integer. Okay, so this is one of the type.
So I can write input underscore equal to A plus B. If I write it, it will not work.
So see, if input A equals to, if you write A plus B, then what error we will get? For example, let me do that. So after this, let me write input A equals to, for example, A plus B or B plus C, right?
Hmm.
So can anyone tell me what is the what is the issue here if I execute this, or if I click on check? See, here input is what variable, B is what?
Hmm.
Can anyone tell what is B?
It is not a integer. It is not a value. It is
It is
just
not a variable, right? It is just a hard code thing, and the hard code we cannot write without this, right? Without single quote. So B is not defined, right? Logically, and C is also not defined. So program will not understand what is B, what is C. So if I click here and check, it will say like field B is unknown. It is neither in one of the specified tables nor defined by a data statement. Okay.
but 10 plus 20 means system is
Yeah. So this is a number.
suppose 10
Okay.
number.
10, 20 are number. So any like ABAP can understand the numbers. They can also understand the character. Okay, but the for character we need to put, if it is hard coded, we need to put single quote. Otherwise what happened, for example, let's check why it is not taking B as a direct character, right? Why it is not understanding? इसमें दिक्कत क्या
On
है?
the
For
line 7, on the line 7, you define B equal to 5, C equal to 8. You can define it.
we can define, but before that we have to declare it, right? What is B here? See, if I defined also here B equals to 8, for example, B equals to 9, for example. Okay, if I write this, then what is B? B we have not defined, right?
Mhm.
So how we can define B? What we can do, we can write here data, and then we can define B, and then we have to tell the type of V, whether it is integer or what, and then we can give value 9. So something like that we can do. So this
Is
value is
defining
nothing.
this We need to tell the system what is the type and what is its value. There are two things to define it.
No, so only type value is not required. So if we are keeping anything I, it means it will assign with 0. If we want to initialize it, we can use value. So we can use value 9, or else what we can do, we can keep it I, and here we can write b equals to 9. Sorry, dot. So both our statements are same. Okay, and likewise we have to define C. So as I said, if we are defining or we are writing multiple things, what we can do, anyone can tell? Instead of writing data again, what I can do, I can make this statement as a colon, and I can put comma, and now each and every time I should not write data, I can just use this comma and write C type I. So now you understand why I have given the right example, so that we can understand the like this column. Okay, and if we have to check the output, then right is the smallest like things which we can print in the output screen, so that we are starting with right. Okay, so we have defined our B and C here, and I can initialize now C equals to anything, for example 20. Okay, and if I try to check this, there's no error, and if I again try to print, so now it will not print anything because I have not written any right statement after this, right?
Yes.
So by mistake I have clicked on execution before activating it, so yeah, it will take some time now. Let me close others, maybe it will save some time.
So for display, we need to always write, otherwise system will not display it.
Yeah, so if we have to display anything, then how program understand what output you want, right? So it is not smart enough, so we have to tell them, okay, I want to print this at this place, so I am printing this value here, so by default it is 0, so it is printing 0. Now the value is changed to 30, it will print 30, and after this it will change to 29 because we are doing b plus c here. So it is taking time because by mistake I have clicked execute without activating. My bad. Okay, so any doubt in
And
this program?
Abhishek, what all types of declarations are there? Like you have typed I for
Okay,
integer.
so if you remember, we have created domain. There we are selecting types, right? So there were 24 types we have seen, if you remember, like dates and numc, char, right? So likewise, we can also 1 minute. Let me activate it first. Okay. So likewise, we can use those many types here directly, or we can also use here a data element. Okay, that we will see like how we can use data element. So just we will go step by step. Okay. So
Okay.
as of
Yeah.
now, we are using I. Okay, and
Okay.
then slowly we will introduce other types.
Okay.
Okay, now if I print again the value of I, it should be 29, right? So any doubt till now? So if I execute this program, it is 29. Now again, see, I am starting with very basics, and then slowly we will go in very like in some next level, we can say. Okay, now if
Yes,
I have to assign.
Abhishek, excuse me. Sorry. If you execute this program, sorry, I missed the part because of internet connection. So if you execute this program and in the output there is a initial value is 0, how it is coming that?
So whenever we define any particular variable with type I, it is assigned 0 to it. And if we want
Okay.
to assign any default value, we can use values like I have used earlier for 9. Okay.
Okay.
Now the other thing, for example, if I have to assign the B value into the C or C value into the B. So how can I assign like this? So this is assignment. Sorry. So what it will do, it will pass 9 to C. So can you tell me the output, anyone? Like the output of the last line. Maybe we start one by one. So maybe Shashi, can you tell
I
me the
think it
output?
will be 18.
18. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Vijit.
Yeah, it should be 18. B and we are passing B to C, right? So
We are
9 plus
passing B
9,
to
18.
C or C to B.
B
B
to
to C.
C.
B will be C. B will be 9 and C is 20. So it will be 29.
Okay, so output will be Abhijit, you are telling, right?
9, I
It is,
think.
So
I
output will
think
be
9.
9.
Let's see.
Output will be 9.
Yes.
Okay, so let's execute. So I'm asking about this last line. Okay, so let's
Okay, it will
see,
be 18 comma
or
30.
we can comment this to output. So now we will get only single result. So can we tell me the output now? Like for last one. Okay, so 9 you are saying, right?
Yes.
So let's execute. So it is 40.
40.
Okay, so how this is possible? Okay,
Oh,
so
okay. So int a is equal to b plus c. B
yeah,
plus
It took 20. 20 plus 20.
20. Yes.
okay, let me move inside the room actually. Sorry.
Yes. B equal to c and c is 20. 20, 20 plus 40.
Okay, so see, this is very small program, but still we have different opinion, right? And now after viewing the output, we can understand like the output should be 40. So here, like how we can say like what will be the output. So the best thing is debugging, right? So that we can understand how the things are going changing. So how we can debug this? So the best way is to put /h. So if we have to debug any program, we can run this /h command. Here you can see debugging switched on, and you can click on this execution button. So when, as soon as I execute this, it will go into the debug mode. Okay. It is taking some time. So we will see how this program is behaving. Okay. And also we will start our very smallest debugging things. Yeah. So, okay. So actually this is because of